Guys, this is actually the biggest book haul, the biggest beefsteak that I've ever done before. I can't even, I can count these books, but we're gonna be here for a minute if I start counting. We have a lot of books that we're unhauling in today's video. I've already unhauled these starting in the middle, starting near the end of February, and we've sold a lot of them. So not every single book in here has been unhauled, because there's been a lot of books that were sold that were also already unhauled, but these are the rest of the books, and these are all, I just want to say, all available on my Depop, linked always down in the description down below. But these are all of the books that we're unhauling. We have special editions, we have signed editions, we have normal books, we just have a little bit of everything. So I'm gonna get into it because we have a lot to go through. I don't want to keep up too much of you guys' time because, like I said, we have a lot to do. First is the paperback edition of Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I have a video coming out on why I'm giving these away because you guys know this used to be my favorite series, but I have a lot to say. I got this from Waterstones, and it came, it didn't even come damaged. The other books that came in the package were damaged, but this one was not. It is gorgeous, as you can see. I forever will love the covers of the Powerless trilogy series. They are literally amazing, but it's just time to get up. We have my annotated edition of Reckless, and it is also the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. Like I said, it's annotated. We've already sold some of my other annotated books, but not all of them. So they're just small annotations, small notes that I made back when I first read the series for the first time. I actually have a reading blog where I read the entire Powerless trilogy for the first time. So that's where all the annotations come from, but other than that, it's in perfect condition. I think there is, yeah, there's also a stamp in here, so yeah. But we've also sold books that have the stamp in there because really nobody really cares about the stamp. We have The Witcher by Andrzej right, we have The Witcher. This I got from Dollar Tree. I was gonna make a Dollar Tree, reading books that I found in Dollar Tree video, then I realized that this was the 5th book in the series, and I was not interested in doing the first book to get all the way up to the 5th book from Dollar Tree, so I'm just selling it. I might do that video, but I don't know. We will see. The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. I read this book and it wasn't bad. I didn't like the amount of Bible jokes and blasphemous jokes that were in this book. And I feel like it could have really went very well without it. It really would have survived and did a lot better without all the blasphemous jokes, and it kind of ruined the read for me. So I'm actually selling all of the ones that I own by Lauren Asher, but they'll come up later in the video. Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stevens. I got this only because I had the special edition, and then I had heard not so great things about it, and so I was like, let me actually read the synopsis, because I never do that. I read the synopsis and I'm not interested at all, and I haven't heard the best things about this book. I heard it's literally just, also I don't think I'm the kind of person to like fated mates. I don't really like fated mates, because it's just I want the characters to fall in love with them, with each other, because of their personalities and what happens, not just because they're destined and required to fall in love with each other in the story. So that kind of took the fun out of it for me. Now, if you guys are wondering oh, why'd you get the special edition for it, I actually got it because I was on Loom Crate's special edition book box thing. I canceled it because every single one they gave me was horrible. I did not want to read any of them, and they all felt like they had the same kind of vibe. So I was just okay, whatever. So I canceled it, and I always got the actual book if I thought I would be interested in reading it, but as you guys can see, it did not turn out. The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laura Gilmore. There is a stamp in here before we get into why I'm getting rid of it. I'm getting rid of this book because so we're up against my wall right now, which is really close to my bed, so I am kind of scrunched up in the corner. That's why I'm keeping all these copies of my books. But the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and I'm getting rid of this. It's like the Gilmore Girls. I love Gilmore Girls, but then I read the book and it was great, don't get me wrong, it was good at the time, but I'm growing out of my I don't enjoy smut, and this book and a lot of the other books in the series are basically just copy paste of each other. They don't make sense. They're fast paced, in the sense they have a lot of plot holes. It's insta-love, and also there is a ton of smut from day one. Two Can Keep a Secret by Karen M. McManus. I did not like One of Us Is Lying by her, and I read this afterwards, and I don't remember anything from it. I don't remember the story at all, but I don't want to reread it because I just remember it being very mid-level, and I was just okay, whatever. and then I never thought about it ever again. So I am getting rid of this. I Am Watching You by Teresa Driscoll. This has a stamp on the inside. I have no words for this. I have an entire portion of one of my wrap-ups where I talk about how much I did not like this book. Leave the World Behind by Rumin Alam. Once again, another stamp, and the movie was amazing. The book just was not my personal taste. The chapters were very short, but I just didn't like the writing style. One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. I literally just talked about this. I can do multiple POVs in a book if it makes sense. This made sense in a way where it made sense for us to have the point of views, but it did not make sense story-wise. When you have multiple characters that you're getting multiple point of views from, and I'm not able to distinct which character it is from just like without like, okay, for example, I was reading the last book, I forget what it's called, in the Once Upon a Broken Hearts trilogy, and I didn't even have to look at the top of the chapter. I could read the story and use my context clues to be like, okay, we're in this person's point of view, and it made sense. In this story, we're all in the same setting, all with the same issue, which obviously with some stories that's how it's going to be, and it's the same thing with dual POV. But if we're all in the same setting, we all have the same issue, and you guys all have like these similar personalities or thoughts, and I cannot distinct which character's point of view I'm in without looking at the top, it brings me to the story. Because why do I have to look at the chapter page every 5 seconds? That's just my personal opinion, and that's not just with this book, it's with any book. If you're going to have more than 2 point of views, if you're gonna have more than 1 point of view, at least make sure that I can tell whose point of view I'm in without looking at the title of the chapter, because it takes me into the story. The Accidental Pinup by Danielle Jackson. Don't even play games in my face right now, I'm actually irritated. No. The Breakup Tour by Emily Wibberley and Austin, Emily and Austin. Okay, this book has a stamp in it, front and back, I believe. Maybe it's just back, maybe it's just front. I don't know. Yeah, front, and then there's also one in the back. I don't know why, because back when I used to stamp my books, I never put them in the back, but whatever. Anyways, this book was good when I read it. Whenever I think of 2024 books, this is what I think of, because I read this in 2024 and I loved it and I was so immersed in the story, and I think I want to go like based off the vibes of this book for other novels, but I'm just like not that enthusiastic about it. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Titan's Curse. I just don't like Greek mythology. I really tried with this trilogy, I really tried with the series, but I just couldn't get through it. But a lot of people love it. I just don't like Greek mythology, and I was trying to force myself to like Greek mythology. It was not working out. Same thing with this one, the Sea of Monsters, and we have more Percy Jackson books, and I'm yet to list those, so bear with me. Sidelined by Keith Steffens. This is a novelette, so it's gonna be very cheap for you purchasing wise and shipping wise if you choose to go with this one. It has a stamp in it, front and I think back as well, because I saw one when I was flipping pages. Yeah. Okay, Game On by Keith Steffens. I have a reading vlog where I read this, and I was very mid about it. I feel like it was not what I was expecting, and I would have liked it better had it have been less smut. Trapped. This is, I think this is third in a, yeah, third. This book is in horrible condition. Not horrible, but kind of horrible condition. Not horrible, I just don't want it anymore. The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. Nothing too exciting about this one. I read this back in 2024. I remember it, but I don't, like, I remember it vividly, but it just was not my cup of tea. Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Fourth Wing is my favorite out of the entire series, but I'm just giving this series up because of the amount of smut. Diaries, Skating Sensation. I've had this for like 8 or 9 years. Like, it gotta go. Modern Lovers by Emma Straub. I got this in a blind date with the book. I'm pretty sure this is just plain nonfiction. DNF, actually. I don't really like nonfictions. And when I got blind date with the book, I specifically put that I wanted a romance, and they sent me this. Yeah, it is what it is. It's not non-fiction. It's just a normal fiction. Sorry, but yeah, this is just a fiction. It's not a romance or anything. So. Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. I read this in a reading blog back in 2024. This wasn't bad. It was just predictable on my end, and I don't like predicting the story. I don't really think I'm gonna continue the next book because I already know how that like goes. Rebel Rose by Emma Thuriot. This is a Beauty and the Beast kind of like retelling, or after the like ending of the first movie. This is basically what that is. My Turn Pretty by Jenny Han. The show is better than the book. That's all I have to say. Same thing to It's Not Summer Without You. I think this is book number 2. This is book number 2, but the book was not as great as the show. Close Call by Kay Steffens. I remember enjoying this book. I don't remember what it's about though. I don't know. It's like a college novel. It's book 2. I didn't read book 1 because I read this when I had Kindle Unlimited for the first time, so I was just reading stuff. The Playlist by Morgan Elizabeth. This is an indie author book, and I did not realize it was spicy, but the back of the book implies it is spicy. And it also is book 5. I'm not reading the first 4 books just to read a book that I know I'm not going to enjoy. The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. Same thing with the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Insta love, a lot of smut, plot holes, and it's also like very boring. Powerful, the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, but this is annotated from my first read through. So yeah, it also has a stamp in it, I believe. Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I already told you guys, I was not the biggest fan of this book. I felt like he treated her like a dog, and she got no respect from this man throughout the entire book, and I don't understand why he's such a very popular book boyfriend, because he's horrible. Papers Don't Like by Maeve Hazel. This book wasn't bad, I don't think, but the second book I didn't really enjoy. But the first book was good, but I just don't see myself continuing the series. Next is Powerful by Lauren Roberts. This is just the normal edition, the small edition. I had every edition of this series. Like, I was a diehard fan, so once again, there will be a video talking about why I'm no longer reading her books or supporting her books and why I'm getting rid of them. But Love to Love You by Allie Hazel. This is 3 books in 1. I remember liking these, but since they were novellas, each story ended up with like some sort of smut, and I was not here for it. Broken Pieces by Ian Kuros. Once again, it was good. I just don't see myself considering the series because I did continue the series and I did not really like it. Always Have Summer by Jenny Han. Once again, no. To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. This book was good. I'm only keeping 2 of Ali Hazelwood's books, which is the Love Hypothesis, and then Checkmate, because Love Hypothesis only had 1 smut scene in the entire book, and then Checkmate has none because it's white, so it's faded black. But Love Theoretically was good. It was cute. I loved it, but it's just getting off my shelves. Do Your Worst. I didn't really like this book. I didn't really like this book. It could have been better. Designed by Lauren Asher. I told you guys in this video I'm getting rid of all of Lauren Asher's books that I own. So yeah, I haven't read this one yet. I really was looking forward to it, but I don't see a reason why a book should be almost 500 pages. Icebreaker. This is an obvious one. Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Barron. This book is very mid for me. I feel like there were some parts I was just bored and it could have been better, but I know a lot of people love this book, so I'm getting rid of them, or getting rid of it. Evie by Unhaul. This is actually our best book out of the entire Kings of Sin series, but I'm not indulging in this anymore. And then this one should be an obvious reason, Wild Love by Elsie Silver. If anybody has to ask me why I'm getting rid of this, then like do your research on Elsie Silver. Like, I'm not even gonna get into it today. I'm not gonna get into it today. Okay, and now we're gonna do my special editions. The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. This is the special edition. It's also signed with my name in it, but I mean, people still take stuff like that, so I was just like, let's sell it because it's signed by her. Fable for the End of the World by Ava Reed. This is the Owl Crate book box edition. Once again, not my vibe. It's very, when I looked at it, it's sci-fi-ish. I don't like sci-fi. The Ballad Never After by Stephanie Garber. I love her books. I just don't like this edition. This is signed by her as well. This is Fairy Loot, maybe? What is this? Is this Owl Crate? If this is Owl Crate, I'm gonna be yeah, it's Owl Crate. I'm very disappointed, but yeah, it has the reversible dust jacket, it has Jackson Evangeline. Super, in my opinion, it's not my favorite special edition that I own, so that's why I'm getting rid of it. And then lastly is this annotated copy of The Striker by Anna Huang. Now, It has this art in it, and then there's also this signed card that, oh, it's upside down, the signed Unhauling card that comes with it if you purchase. With that being said, this is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. That is the book haul. If you guys once again want any of these books, they are all available at my Depop, so link down below in the description. Love you guys so much. Bye, kisses, mwah, adios, and goodbye.